Shalom. Praise to Yahweh, bless you, to the apostle for Bishop Shalom. To you, hopefully, let man, may the blessing of election, peace, grace, mercy be bestowed to you, sincere believers. All right, because we know and understand that, not too much longer. Before it's all said and done. All right. Lord willing, as the Spirit, the Apostle to Quinn this year, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, as soon as it's going to go from us reading about these things pages to it being a reality. We're going to have to live it out, you see. So with that being said, this is what we watch. Stay watchful. All right. What's going on, news, all right, whether it be domestically or worldwide, all right, that's how we measure the times that we're in, pursuant to the 2nd Esdras 9, see, so, just a few things, man, and this is one of those things, as I say from time to time, because it could be something, it could be nothing, so this is a rock. In fact, let's get that real quick. In Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So that's all I would say. It could be something, it could be nothing. Of course, we just have to wait and see. I'm just going to speak on a few things, and I'm going to try to keep it short because there's a lot to speak on, First things first, I'm just dealing with this last night. But I just thought about the elder One Gabar, he says in his videos, from time to time, you could to put on the tinfoil hat or whatever, and I believe he also posted the picture on his community section as well the other day, going into the similarities of 2020, and 2024, there was a list of a lot of similar things that took place, and one of the things, like I said, to put my tinfoil hat on, to quote the elder, was the fact that the last time that the Niners and the Kansas, the Chiefs, they played in the Super Bowl was back in 2020, right? Right before the world crisis pandemic hit, and what are the odds, and this is just speculation, I don't know, but again, that's why we just got to be on point in the spirit, because that day, man, it's we don't know when it's coming, but it's coming, and it's going to catch it's going to catch these people off guard. Even 2021 for a lot of brothers, man, I'm sure, it was like, we thought that was it, I'm sure brothers felt that feeling like, oh shit, is this it? Like that surreal feeling like, oh shit, but what are the odds? What are the chances, that, like I said, 2020, you had the Niners and the Chiefs, right? And what are the chances? What are the odds? 2024, it's the Niners and the Chiefs again, and they've been talking about, more specifically, towards the latter end of last year, the latter about pestilences, that talk of the mutant variants and things of that nature, all right, kind of swept under the rug or whatnot. But not only that, because you just had I just saw on this Newsbreak app. This Newsbreak app, it's like I'm getting new articles coming out as I speak. So, what are the chances? They're talking about. I just seen here on Newsbreak app. It says Oregon health officials confirm first human bubonic plague case since 2015. You know, I'm just skimming through the article real quick. But like I said, what are the chances? What are the odds? You know, of all this talk of pestilences, things of that nature. You know, here it is. We're coming into the Passover. You know, we're pretty much in Passover season. Myself, you know, because 2020 came. I wasn't a part of Great Millstone then, but you know, because a lot of camps didn't get to keep their Passover because that's when things got shut down. You know, but for brothers, you know, hey, brothers were able to keep Great Millstone and brothers that follow the like-minded doctrine, such as myself at that time, were able to keep the Passover. You know, keep our Passover. You know. So just things that I'm thinking about, you know, things that's on my mind. Like I said, what are the odds? What are the chances? You know, and another thing, you know, with this S&P, pretty much, you know, because it peaked to, and I, you know, touched on this sometime last week, you know, because when you look at the charts, when you look at the numbers and whatnot, you know, the fact that it reached its highest, this is the highest that it's peaked, you know, of all time, you know. But with that being said, because, you know, all these, with all these, like, for instance, you just had it, I just seen where Jeff Bezos, he, look it up real quick. Was looking at it earlier this morning. And this is the same thing that was going on, prior to the you know, pandemic that hit 2020. All right, you know, where these, you know, billionaires were pretty much selling off their shares. You know, they were selling off their shares. They were basically getting the hell out of Dodge before the shit crashed. You know, and Jeff Bezos just came out that just read this real quick. It says billionaire Jeff Bezos sells Amazon shares. You see, so. No coincidence. I don't feel, you know, because what are the odds, you know? What are the odds? You know? And you see, Lord willing, because, you know, when they shut things back down, Lord willing, this will be the deal sealer, you know? This will be the deal sealer, you know? Because, and brothers have been saying it ever since 2020, 2021, you know, because America's not going to survive another shutdown. All right, here it is. You got major companies like Microsoft, you know, UPS, so on and so forth, laying off workers. And, you know, like I said, people, billionaires, you know, selling off their shares. And Flock is across the street. But what are the odds, you know? What are the odds? Because like I said, like I was saying, America's not going to survive another collapse. You know, America's not going to survive another shutdown. You know, so Lord willing, whenever they do decide to pull the plug, this will be the real deal. Because you know, I'm sure I can speak for brothers when I say when things started to open back up, 2022, whatever, you know, whenever they started opening back up, you know, I know brothers get that disappointing feeling because we don't want, you know, we don't want the shit to bounce back, you know. We you know, we want this place to end already. But what are the odds, you know? because this market is getting ready to crash, man. And as it's being reported by the economists, like it tells you in here, you know, this is why you got these guys, man. They're talking about getting into cryptocurrency and, you know, getting your gold and the silver. When just proving out the day of the wrath. All right. I'm gonna just get this real quick. And Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Like I said, major companies laying off workers, all right? You know, because whether they want to admit it or not, which they're not, because they don't want to put fear out there, you know. Well, we're pretty much already, and I touched on this last week as well, dealing with China, because China's basically, you know, a model of what they want to do here in America, you know. Because it's crazy. A couple of years ago, you know, we were pretty much in a, we were basically in a recession. But in the midst of the recession, they changed the definition of a recession. So they're not going to tell you what's real, you know. Biden boasts about, you know, all the jobs that are being, you know, brought back, and just straight up lying to the people. And people, they're falling for it, you know, just falling for the straight up lies, right? Because like I was saying, major companies laying off workers, and, you know, like I said, as much as they don't want to admit, we're already in a deflationary period, you know, stagflation. We're already in a recession. We're already in a recession, you see. It's not going to get any better, man. It's not going to get any better out here, you know. So I'm going to go to this, you know. I like to bring this out and deal with this you know, topic. Because at the end of the day, Esau, you know, he wants to get the numbers down as much as possible, because it's easier to control it. And this is why they have a depopulation agenda. All right, maintaining humanity under 500 million, I think it is. You know, and that's why here in Revelation 13, verse 16, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor. All right, so that's the point right there, the rich and poor. There's no middle class. All right, you know, there is no middle class, you know, and we've seen that back in 2020. All right, you know, when the rich got richer and the poor got poorer, you know, you fell into one of two categories. All right, and people are still feeling the effects of that today, you know, and that's why these Edomites are getting roused up, because quite frankly, they're finding out what it is to be a nigga, man. How you know, you know, Jake living from paycheck to paycheck. We've been doing this, you know. This ain't nothing to us. But these Edomites, and I'm talking about these regular average Joe, you know, Joe 6 beer pack, hot dog eating, gun-toting Edomites. You know, the regular average Edomite citizen, you know, is feeling the impact, because they're not getting a piece of the pie, you know. And that's why there's going to be civil war, man, because you know, the elites are stealing from their own people, you know. So that's why we're going to see a civil war, you know. You know, you've been getting a lot of law enforcement agencies, man, talking about preparing for attacks, preparing for blackouts, you know, because with the whole situation out there, you know, in the so-called Middle East, the Red Sea area, you know, those Houthis are still, and this is another thing that they're sweeping under the rug, because those Houthis and there's still a lot of back and forth going on. You know, those Houthis are becoming more sophisticated. They've already sent their threats about, you know, cutting that sea cable, underwater sea cable, you know, which is basically will disrupt life as we know it. All right, you know, hell, Poland was just hit massive cyber attack, which of course a narrative right now that's being pushed There's that, of course, they're going to say it's from Russia. Of course, they're going to say that, But there's a lot of beta tests going on right now, A lot of beta tests going on right now. A lot of things, just things in general going on, But I'm going to get this in Amos. And that's why I said in the beginning, and we always say in the beginning, when it comes to the hopeful elect, hey, man, may peace and blessing be bestowed unto you, all right? Because, like I said, it's going to go from us, just talking about these things to us is going to be all of our reality soon, I'm going to get this in Amos. Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. All right. And the day of the Lord is not talking about a literal 24-hour period, but a time period, just a certain time frame where, all hell is just going to be break loose. Things are going to be happening. All right. And the stage is being set, man. We can't say it enough. We can't give the warning enough, The stage is being set. All right. For all hell to break loose out here, man. I wouldn't be surprised, if there is if they do, declare another pandemic, all right, or maybe just even an epidemic here in Babylon, here in the States. I wouldn't be surprised, if they get everyone accoladed on, giving out more stimulus checks. Like they did back in 2020, because it's got to the point where they shut everyone down and, everyone's pretty much working from home. Well, now people, they don't want to go back to work as it is, which is a part of the reason why a lot of people is a part of the reason why a lot of companies are laying off, the supply and demand. There's a lot there's a lot that goes into it when you get into economics. There's a lot that goes into it. But just to keep it short and sweet and simple as much as possible. All right. Where was I going to go? I was going to go to Isaiah 22. Isaiah 22 in verse 5. It says, "For it is a day of trouble and of treading down and of perplexity by the Lord power of hosts in the valley of vision, breaking down the walls and of crying to the mountains." All right, so just the point that I wanted to make was, like I said, the perplexity. All right, being perplexed in a state of lacking resources. All right, because I was touching on with the attacks going over there in the Red Sea. And I've always said for years, if the gas is going up, you see the gas going up, more than likely there's something going on over there in the so-called Middle East. I've been saying that for years, because you see, man, it's going to get to a point where, and this is why we touched on this Saturday at camp, this is why, man, because everyone's crying out for a solution, everyone's crying out, and at the end of this, Esau, man, he's going to present that MOTB, because that's what everyone, Esau, the top of the least, they're trying to back everyone into this corner to take that MOTB. All right. As of lately, the CBDCs have been in talks in the news. So like the scripture say, man, though it tarry, wait for it. Because the MOTB, and this is another thing I've been saying for years, it's not coming. It's already here. It's been here. It's been here. It's just a matter of the perfect crisis, the perfect situation to actually mandate it, to implement it, mandate it. You see, because it's going to get tough. It's going to get tight. It's going to get tight, man. Soon, man. Soon, we're going to see hyperinflation, man. It's going to get crazy, man. It's going to get crazy. So that day, the Lord, man, is going to it is coming. You know, the day of the Lord is coming. The stage is being set. All right, and America, Babylon is being ripened for the taking. You know, but just a few words. You know, a few words. Lord willing, was edifying. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, and peace and blessings to you, hopefully elect.